go away, man. We got some dead, smoking flesh and weird.
Smoking.
The second one's actually a hit at a -5. Cool.
Is there a +1 on his weapon?
There is a +1 on his weapon.
So that's a hit on the first one too.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so the first one. Second one, just barely. Just barely. D4 + 4 + 1d6 is 11 damage,
Oh.
which puts it to dying 4.
Dead. Head falls off. Turns visible and grows up to a ball.
No. I got it. It's under the end of my frigate. You could see his silvery dagger got plunged into something, and you can't see part of the silvery dagger. And he's kind of waving it around, and then peels it off on the side of the chair. You guys spend the next couple of rounds still beating on it.
Yeah, in case it moves again.
It appears at the end of 1 minute.
What does it look like?
It does not look like a raven.
Does it look like a pile of goo?
It looks like it's kind of gooey. The places where you definitely struck it with the silvery dagger looks like those wounds did most of the work.
Cool.
Oh. Ooh.
It's got this ugly, oversized nose, oversized ears, devilish face. And the creature is not moving. It's got his black blood everywhere. It's kind of mushed into the spiky seat a little bit. No sign of feathers.
Oh man,
See, I told you.
I think I
Told
got
you
it.
it was a druid.
I think I got it with the thing, man. It's not a druid.
That is not a druid.
How do you know?
Not a druid, man. No, I'm not too sure.
I don't even know that you're a druid.
He wipes
Exactly.
some
You
sweat from
had
his
no
brow.
clue.
Knowledge religion?
Do they? I don't think they have planes anymore, do they?
I didn't see that anywhere.
Knowledge anathema?
Does it have a religious significance? Interesting.
I don't know, man. What is saying, man? Not sure.
Knowledge you?
You, would it be? How do you do monster lore checks? Don't know.
Is it part of the monster manual entry?
Occultism, supernatural creatures. Don't know if this thing's a fucking supernatural. Why? Arcana? Arcane theories, medical traditions, or creatures of alchemical or arcane significance. And then it says religious significance, or it says primal significance.
Welcome to the driver's seat. You get to make a call.
right.
This system puts a lot of work in the DM's hands, but they get the ability to just be like, nah, this is what it is, son.
Yep.
Rule 0 definitely apply.
Yep, and I've automatically gone to my favorite chart, which is on 337, called the Skill DCs by Level and Difficulty. So you want to learn about what this fucking thing is?
I was actually thinking about this system in the gym, and it's like, it's perfectly scaled for the bubble around the players, right? So the whole world just auto scales to the players. So like the wizard always has the same chance of, he never gets better at climbing the rope unless he does something to make himself better at climbing the rope. Even when he's a 20th level wizard, he has the same chance of actually climbing the stupid rope, unless he made his strength go up or learned how to climb ropes. So it's like, it's a weird way to apply it, but it's like strength checks are balled into the skill checks. Like I can see why, if everything's from the view of the party,
Yep.
and balancing between the characters in the party, then it all kind of works.
Yeah, but the the check to climb the tree at first level is still the same DC to climb the tree at 20th.
Well, no, but that was when your skills only went up when you put points in them. Now your skills go up by default.
Oh, so I should be looking up. This is a difficult task for 20th level characters, and just
And that would make it so that the fighter is better at climbing trees than the wizard. Like that's because everything is scaling, right? So that's actually removing that scaling.
oh my god, that's gonna take it.
But you see, like that's why they're doing it.
Yes, but some things are should be static.
Well, but the things that are static would then be flat checks or ability score checks or something because it can't be because your check scales with level.
Ordinary acrobatics tasks, ordinary athletics checks, climb a tree, level 0. So a level 0 high difficulty is DC 12. So no, you get better at climbing a tree as you go up on level as wizard.
So they just have an esoteric way of doing it. Okay, I thought I unwrapped the enigma while I was walking past the cave.
But if I want to have the tree of sensing your level and twisting around underneath your grass,
7 encounter tree.
It is the CR of your level and it's high difficulty and.
I was trying to find because your level being like I thought it was weighted to reduce the importance of your level.
Yeah, difficulty adjustments: few branches, flexible, peeling bark, choppy, placid, rocky, rushing, turbulent. Oh, I guess those are the other things. So if there are few branches, flexible, or peeling bark, the difficulty adjustment is 5. So I don't know if that makes it level 5 or.
I think it makes it 17.
Oh, no. Oh, the DC is trivial. It's a DC 5 to climb a tree. What?
When I was a small child, there was a chance of falling out of the tree and landing on your head. So I would assume the DC would be at least 10.
I have to read what trivial means on this chart. Because you can't trust the charts.
Can't trust charts, what can you trust?
Using a log to cross the river is tricky but still reasonable in normal person, so it's high difficulty check 1, DC 14. Based on that, you might decide that balancing across a rickety bridge is a high difficulty level 0 task. If the bridge were covered in moss, you might adjust to severe. Weird.
You can always trust a Grizzak to say something inappropriate. I think is the rest of that sentence. There we go. There we go, randomly. Yeah.
Trivial, low, high, severe, extreme. So I'm not sure if that increases the level or the... I don't know what the trivial column means. Huh. Climb a tree, level 0. Difficulty adjustments. Few branches, flexible, peeling bark. Trivial 5. Does that mean its difficulty is 5? Because difficulty of trivial is 9. Oh, does that make it a level 5 task? Swimming in a stormy ocean during a severe storm is trivial 13, which is DC 22. Otherwise, it is DC 21. Oh, that doesn't make sense. I don't know how to read the charts on 338. Is what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm just being thick or not.
I know that my mind is hazy.
How do you read the fucking charts? What does the trivial column mean?
It means it's time for a bio break. Fucking thing. That's what it means. Gotta go pee.
All right.
Uh,
I'm gonna go synchronize the bladder. Ahmed, you can keep the chat busy.
I think it's a weird looking bat.
So yeah, guys.
Let's try to.
There we go. See the weird. It is interesting. It's very different than what it was used to. We were commenting to each other earlier. That it's very. I find that it's a very. It's geared just to making combat easier. I'd like to take it out of combat because I mean, if you guys watch us play, we play a lot of like we make a half the game or 40% of the game about non-combat, just traversing, doing something, getting something done. Another part of the non-combat challenges of the game. I don't know how this is going to play out. It looks we still got to play with it because you'd use feats and powers. Here it looks mostly is going to be skills, and the skills have been so generalized that anybody can do anything, right? So your solutions are it's very easy to do something, to get something done outside of combat, whether it's to whatever, build, craft, talk, where like in the older systems, your bard would do it, or your rogue would do it. Like you'd need to get the specific character, and there would be a significant chance of success or failure. Here, it's kind of the same. That's what I think. That's what I think personally. I like it. It's interesting. I do miss number crunching. Plus the 1, plus the 2, plus the 3, plus 5. Oh, plus 40. Yay! I don't think I'll ever see Magnus hitting in this system.
Stream went offline for me.
Why is the stream offline? The stream's a mother. I'm talking to myself. I read something said Grizak Ahmed. I don't know what it said after that.
A side note, I like Grizak Ahmed, fun character.
The stream went offline for me.
I've got no drop frames.
3 refreshes later, it still says offline.
Yeah, same.
All right, so I'm confused about.
Grizak is fun.
Oh, it's back. Oh, it's back.
Yeah, there we go.
What did I do?
I'm confused about the last column of the chart on page 338 of the playtest. I don't know what the trivial column means.
Oh, what is trivial? Just search trivial.
No.
Duh.
Is it in relation to the difficulty adjustments, or is it in relation to the level, or is it relation to the task at hand? I just don't understand what that number is.
337. A level 0 trivial task is a 9.
Yep.
Which means a first level character with a 10 has a 30% chance of failing it. What I think it means is that a character won't critical fail it.
Ordinary tasks become trivial at a certain level, listed in the final column, so you have some idea when these tasks no longer present even a minor challenge for the character.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So when you're level 6, when you're level 5, climbing a tree with no difficulty adjustments, don't bother making them roll.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it should be trivial level.
The
or character level.
Stream is being a bunch of bullshits. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off again.
0 drop frames on my end. So it is between Twitch and you. Twitch and the user.
Between Twitch and the multiple users.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not the only one.
I don't. There's not.
I don't know.
There's nothing for me to fix. There's nothing for me to fix.
Fix it.
Between me and Twitch right now, we're good. There are lots of hops.
Weird. It says there's 0 viewers.
Yes.
Yeah, something's really weird.
It's buggy. Oh,
All right.
live, offline.
What are you guys doing?
We're gonna search this room for treasures.
Okay.
And search this little corpse for treasures.
It feels like you should get some treasure. It feels like after all that. Now, here are the mental.
And then also, at some point, we're going to search for the secret door that they put the symbol down for later.
Did you see the S? Fuck you. Funny.
The thing said you're here for the treasure. I'm like,
Hey, wait. Didn't the little druid say there's gonna be treasure here?
hey, Drew opens the door.
Hey, Sparky, your mama hit it pretty good sometime.
So, what you end up finding in the room... Oh, he could have told you so much.
Yeah, he told us that there was treasure and that he wanted to die.
Hanging on one of the walls is a bronze plaque with some sort of heraldic device on it.
It's back.
It's about 2.5 feet in diameter and weighs about 5 bulk.
Okay, that is treasure.
I think society helps you understand, heraldry and that sort of thing. I'm pretty sure that's the skill.
So, Grinthark will roll his society roll. 15.
Oh man, it's a Canticleer. Canticleer. Canticleer family. Yeah, man. Bunch of bad dudes rebelled against the Cornel.
They rebelled against who?
The Cornel.
The Cornell?
The Elven King.
Yeah. The Cornell.
Oh yeah, there was a family, some baron rebelled. Oh, I don't remember. I think I had a headache that day in school.
Renee's going to take a look at the skeletal woman.
School, I heard about them
The
those.
skeletal
human?
woman has
Human dolls, or-
she looks human. She's wearing rather nice robes that have strangely not rotted.
That goes in the treasure pile.
Okay, so you shake her bones out of the robes, and you can see that they're stained a little bit, but they survived the spikes of the chair, and you could put a good set of robes in your treasure pile.
So Grizak detects magic.
Oh, what the hell was that? Some's here.
Okay, Grizak goes ping, and there's a 30-foot radius ping, and there's magic somewhere in the 30-foot radius ping. Give me a second. You can exclude.
I can exclude.
You can exclude
things
all. Yes, there is magic within the area.
There's something here. I don't even know what I'm sensing. What is that over here? What is it?
Bing.
That's not how that spells.
Sparky?
Sparky's
close to me,
still
baby.
inside of the chamber pot.
Stay
Going,
close. Sparky. Mommy is close by too, don't worry.
oh, shut up, Grizak! I'm not its mother.
Didn't mean that.
Zira is just happy it wasn't her. That's the.
She didn't mean that. You just love you too.
We'll say that there is something that is in this creature's pockets.
Okay.
In the pockets of the robe.
A wand or a.
Actually,
something?
Nope.
Marty, Grizak is going to stand over here.
There's this really nice table. I only wish they... So...
Ping! From
Page
where I am.
Page 349. First level treasure. There's this huge list of things. You know what is missing from this table? Is a fucking roll randomly to figure out which thing you find. That is all that's missing from this table. So I now have to count them up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Well, just
11,
roll which table and roll
15,
which
16,
line.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
33.
That's
A
shut
D33.
balls.
Like, they couldn't have fucking made it 50 items, or... this is not my book. Okay. Roll a D33.
Dang.
Get a trinket. You do it, Adam. It's fine.
Of course.
High. You want high.
Pathfinder.
Oh, 15. Okay.
Sorry.
6.
I said it all, but said it. I thought you heard. You just sit here and keep counting 7, 14, 22, 8, 6.
15. It's dark.
Okay. There's a tiny
mind.
vial inside one of the pockets of the robes.
Okay. A tiny vial. And I'll put 15 beside it.
It has a dark-looking fluid inside the vial.
Ping from where Grizak is.
Ping from where Grizak is.
Right there. Corner, bottom corner.
It's a 30-foot. Okay, there's... no magic?
Alright.
No magic?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now here's the question. Is a alchemical consumable elixir magical?
Does it have a cash level?
It has a level of the item. All these things don't have caster levels.
I assume they do. Otherwise, only an alchemist could tell you.
I don't know.
It sounds like a magical effect, but there are other things that are like alchemical consumable injury poisons, which are probably not magical, but something that grants a magical effect.
I will look up alchemical item and see if it says something. Or what it takes to craft them.
So I ping from here, and then Grizak's gonna go and ping from this corner. And then he's
Alchemical
gonna
items
ping
aren't
from
magical. They don't have a magical aura.
Okay. So Grizak, can you put yourself back to where you were?
the first spot was here.
Yep.
Ping,
No magic.
ping,
No magic, excluding your buddy's magic.
ping.
Yes.
There's magic here.
Oh, sorry. No, there's none.
Okay, ping,
None.
ping.
No magic. So I lied. There was no magic. I thought the elixir had a magical component, but it doesn't.
And it's hilarious. It says a bunch of times around them, but they also talk about, yeah, they can also like set people on fire. You can drink it and set somebody on fire, but it's not a magical effect.
All of you get one perception check as you've been moving around the room and searching for things. You could take from the room, I would say, an expert set of torture tools, like a little kind of like torture, in a doctor's
Ooh.
case.
22 perception.
My two good characters have no reason for a torture set.
Grinthark is collecting the tools because he wants the tools.
I did it.
Shut up.
I got a 22 perception.
21 from Renee.
Okay. Expert torture tools.
Because shut up.
Anyone over 20 does see the passage, the secret passage from this side. There's a tile.
Holy
There's a tile that fell out, and you're wondering how to open it.
Start with push.
Okay, pushing it does not open.
All right, give me a second here.
What the hell do you use? What kind of skill do you use for this? Thievery?
22 is the highest. Grizak is the one that finds it first. You start feeling around the obvious door, like you find a slight crack and one of the tiles had fallen off during the combat, and you find a effectively a button in one of the tiles. Like you push it in, and the door kind of creaks open, revealing a very dusty hallway.
Holy shit! I did it again.
Yes. Well, you're a dwarf, and dwarves are good at finding things in caves, right?
I'm a dwarf. Huh. Hey, Sparky, you're part dwarf.
He looks at Ziva
And the goblin.
If I had fireball, I'd take you both out with it, she says as she... There aren't any,
Mom
any
wants to
traps
keep you
or
warm.
creepy things in there, are there? She points in.
We'll find out when we take a peek down the hallway.
Okay, so she's got her bow out now. Grinthark is actually behind Grizak. Oh man, the dagger, the shiny thing, man. You picked it up. I saw you. It's right under your belt, man. Don't mind if I do. He's grabbing.
Oh, I didn't pick it up.
Oh, okay.
Because I was on the ground still.
Oh no, it's over there.
Oh, man,
You're
I'm
right.
sorry.
Not one. Two.
I thought you said you were picking up my knife.
No, I didn't have enough action.
He just sticks it. He just sticks it at his belt. These are
Now
mighty
my
nice.
hands.
It's almost
Yeah,
like
it looks pretty cool. Very nice. You mind if I feed it,
It
Sparky?
seemed to really hurt the bird monster.
Yeah, super blue, man, super blue.
Yeah, the weird druid. He's a weird.
What is that thing?
Does it have religious connotations?
Sure.
Could I roll a thing?
Yes. To recall a thing about the thing.
Otherwise, we're gonna have some problems because the skill.
What?
points go
Yeah.
very
So
slowly.
knowledge.
So if you don't have
knowledge
something,
what?
it takes levels to get it.
Would this be
11.
I'm going to say it does not have primal significance. It probably has occult significance. It probably has religious or arcane.
So is there a minus or there's no chance?
I don't think primal does it.
Okay.
11, you think it's some sort of, like, bad spellcasters bond themselves with these things. This is religion, right?
Ziva gets a 3, and let's see with Grinthark. Come on, NPCs. Oh, NPC didn't take nothing.
You guys don't know. It's this creepy little thing, and it unnerves you, and...
Why don't you bring it with us? Just so you can show it. Maybe get somebody else to tell us
Why
what the
don't
hell it
we
was.
secure this place and look for survivors first?
I don't think there'll be any fucking survivors here. And poor old Sparky was here all alone. Sorry, I forgot you.
There's a really funky, acrid, and kind of rotty smell, Renee, as you stepped into here.
Oh, there's
There's something wrong with this hallway.
Something really funky.
It
I
smells
didn't-
worse than Grizak.
I only farted over there, not here.
Oh, Ziva is disgusted by Grizak and decides to risk the danger of the room. Grinthark puts away his daggers.
Careful, sweetie.
He's got one of his normal daggers out. He's just sort of flicking it up and down.
I'm very adventurous.
Grizak picks up the chamber pot with the
Alright.
lightning elemental inside.
You're already getting heavy.
We left the bronze painting or the bronze.
The big
so
bronze.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring that out when we defeat the dungeon.
Okay.
This
I
is a
am
very
worried
strange
that I
cave.
did not see anything that looked like a bridge. Maybe there's another meaning for bridge I do not know. Some sort of card game, maybe.
All right.
Why bridge? Just go in the water. It's stupid to build a bridge. Waste of time.
The old dusty hallway. The light spills down, and Ziva and Zero can see much better than you can. You see, it turns to the left. The smell is getting more pungent as you're going. It's like a strange alchemically smell and like a fungus smell.
So
hold your breath.
I have a spider sense that's tingling. That there's a couple things. Is this hallway very
Grizak-
clean?
No, it's very, very dusty, and the recent explosion has caused a bunch of like little rocks and things to fall down from the ceiling, but it's largely intact.
Grizak's already going.
Okay, a few steps later, you gotta breathe
It
again.
smells. It's probably really bad for you. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
okay, now you can see
Oh,
it.
that was
The
bad.
light spills over, and you can see this really, really slender ledge, and like this trough of sludge.
This is why we brought that dwarf.
Gotta set it on fire.
As the corridor turns around the corner, there's a 7-inch wide ledge that continues along the southern wall. The walls are very smooth, offering few handholds. The remainder of the passageway is filled with a very, well, you can't tell the depth, a trough with foul-smelling, thick green sludge in it. You walk to the bottom, and you can see that this ledge continues, kind of inches its way around the corridor and then bends to the south.
Is there something that looks like a bridge?
Well, this is kind of crossing the sludge.
Is it a mechanism?
You don't see any mechanisms.
I want to see.
Look, a band of heroes ran bravely to crumbling ruins. And there they are now, carrying the estate's most beloved items. Yep. Yeah, there's a bit of that. I really like that little symbol beside your head randomly. I like the green. The green one turned out all right. Makes me
It's
smile.
all right.
Yep, it's all right.
Marty, I'm gonna hit it with fire. I'm gonna hit it with electricity.
You're gonna hit the goop.
Yeah.
Okay, so Grizak starts pounding it with cantrips. It makes a little bit of a splash. The fire was the first one. The fire just basically goes into the drink. This horrible smell as there's acrid smoke coming out of it. You hit it with electricity. Boom! It causes a splash again. Basically, this is even more slippery now, that first square, because of the splashing you've done.
I think I've seen this before. I think this is what they call vinegar. Yeah. I wouldn't drink that.
Really?
Nah. You're wiping your butt with it, probably bad too. It's not.
So, the mechanism
Yeah.
that I saw over there is supposed to make a bridge.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a bridge that goes across this thing.
The trough goes in like a couple of feet before it actually hits the liquid, and you just can't tell how deep the liquid is. And there's something about the liquid that just bothers you. It's hissing against the stone a little bit as Grizak pounded it with a few cantrips. Like it splashed up, and it's like hissing at the stone.
Do we have a way of judging the DC of a balance check before we splash the
Before attempting this shit.
Don't make duck clips at me.
The walking along the narrow ledge is a oh right, I have to convert it between systems.
Oh, so it's a heads up at 12:05. I need to pick up my wife from the train station.
DC 12 acrobatics check.
You see 12. Oh, for fuck's
Everybody get
sakes.
naked! Because lumberjack penalties are bad.
Acrobatics?
Uh,
I have a 50% chance of doing this.
Firstly, why don't we first see if the bridge solved this thing?
Marty,
Yes, I do not want to go in the slime.
Marty, one question. How many chairs were there here?
There were 4 spiky chairs. She was sitting in one, so we'll say 5.
Okay, so question. Were they bolted to the ground?
Nope, they were big, heavy.
You're just going to go pick up a
And the
chair?
spikes that I'm talking about are like, they're made out of wood, and they had like D4 shapes all in a big pattern.
Discomfort spikes.
It's a discomfort over a long period of time. It's not like
Is the chair made out of wood or metal?
wood
Okay.
with
Grizzo's
bits,
gonna
with
go
bits
grab
of
it.
metal. You can start dragging the chairs all back if you
We'll
want.
go grab a chair. And...
Let's see how deep this puppy is.
Okay, Grizzak's putting down Sparky and running back for a chair. You've got
Yeah.
7 damage, right? You're pretty hurt.
Oh, I'll heal myself. No, what is it? A D8 plus 4?
Grizzak's got dark vision. Do dwarves
Yeah.
have dark vision? Okay, so he has no problem.
I add my thing to it, right? My...
You had your wisdom
Wisdom.
modifier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's powerful. Ah, yeah, open eye,
You hear him
baby.
stop, and he's calling it to Obadiah. Can we just leave him behind, says Eva. Maybe just push him into the sludge.
There was a sign, and the oracles need to speak with him. And then hopefully they will bequeath him onto someone else.
Grab a chair. It's metal being dragged along stone.
Alright, beautiful. This is the sound of a real cave. This is the strangest natural cave I've ever seen.
Okay, he just dragged this chair. Being annoying. You could have lifted it up, but he was dragging it. Alerting everything in the dungeon. Okay.
Hey, guys. Excuse me, sweetie.
And slowly push the chair in.
Okay, you push the chair in. It's a few feet down. The chair goes in about 2 feet before it hits bottom. And you could basically stand on the chair if you wanted to in that square.
Interesting.
I'll just
Is
put
this
down a box.
Moving or is it static?
What's that?
Is the gunk moving or is it static?
It's static. There is no flow to this stuff. It's just
Was there-
collecting. It's almost like the top of it when you disturb it with the chair legs. It kind of cracked a little bit, like it had sort of sort of dried along the top. The chair is smoking slightly, like there are little coils of smoke coming up the side of it.
Grizak will pull the chair. Grizak will pull out the chair.
Okay, you can see the chair looks like it's still intact, but there's still a little bit of roiling smoke coming up the side of the wood.
This is
Yeah, the chair was slowly taking what looks like acid damage. I mean, a very small amount, but...
You said
back
this
and pull
thing...
the lever.
So Renee is going back? What are you using to light
Well,
the way?
he needs to bring the light people, so... Renee and the elves.
We gotta go running back all the way.
Oh, well, there's
There
the
is-
lever that I did not pull. What if there was a small child underneath the mechanism, but now there's a big pile of goo? I do not want to walk in the goo. I mean, if we have to go down that ledge, I'm going to need to take off my armor.
Or what?
Armor.
Fuck.
Now, can you cast
Armor.
a bunch of light cantrips, or when you cast the second one, does it go away just like in... Because it lasts a day, right?
Yes.
Let's see.
Wow, light lasts a day?
Yeah, it lasts like 8 hours or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Or 24 hours. I don't know. It was like a stupid long time. Can she cast a second light spell? What happens to the first? It's a 2-action thing. You touch something. Duration day until dismissed. The object glows. If you cast this spell again on another object, the light on the last object you cast is dismissed. Huh.
Hey, question, Marty. We have silver coins. Are those actually made out of silver?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're saying if I put coins and stab them like that in my fist and punch
Right.
something?
So, like, I would like you to take a loonie and put it in your hand and then punch a punching
Hey,
bag.
this is D&D, baby.
Now let's think if you felt like you did a good thing to your hand.
All right,
versus a punching
D&D.
bag.
So you end up dragging the elves all the way back through the secret passageway, the creepy corridor,
Yeah, you go ahead
down
and
into that area, and you go back and you see the winch. This is what we came back for.
Yeah, oui. This is the thing.
It does say, "Hey man, what's this bridge? Put a bridge across? Can we watch across? Pull the thing?"
I am hoping that I pull the thing and then we just walk across. Maybe it will squish the dwarf.
Pull it. That's what Ziva says.
Pull the mechanism.
Okay. It's actually
You're-
rather easy to pull. Like it was
It's well maintained.
well, it just pulled really well. The winching mechanism, however, starts to turn, and you can see that it's pulling in the chain.
I expected it to go the other way.
I guess it's pulling. Yeah, the
Well,
chain is letting go.
You need to have a counterweight or something to store the energy to make either action happen.
Yeah,
right?
so the chain is going out at a controlled rate. It's kind of going clink 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 clink, little cogs and little clinkers and contraption, and it moves several turns and then it just stops.
Grizzak's still back at the bridge thing.
Yeah,
Are the-
Grizzak after a while, I don't know. You were talking to Spark. How did you maintain your time? Did you put the chair back in, or did you pull it
No,
out?
no, I take the chair.
Okay.
I'm actually collecting the chairs, putting them back in here. Put it here. Yeah,
All right.
Put him.
So
Sorry.
you've got 5 chairs. Are you putting them in the gunk, or you're not?
No, not yet.
Okay.
They're just sitting over here.
So you've gathered all the torture chairs and brought them back over.
And is there anything here that can be used like a boat? Wait, that shit will flip. Never mind.
The bowl might be a little too heavy for you to move. So are the big tables. One's like a rack, so it's got all sorts of wheels and things turned into it. One is more like a cabinet. But you've got the 5 chairs, the really uncomfortable chairs with straps. Okay, by the time you've moved the chairs, they've managed to go over and pull the lever. Grizzak, you can hear the chains moving and something clanking around the corner. So they traveled all the way back to here, and Grizzak can hear something clanking and like the grinding of stone, something kind of like sliding. Then it stops.
Interesting.
Okay. The group makes their way back. You can see Grizzak. He's got all the chairs around the corner.
Have you named them?
Hey guys, other chairs. What the hell would I need them for? What's wrong with you? Now the straps, though.
Why are chairs okay, but books are a graveyard?
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna put them to the vinegar. It's a good boy. Oh God! Oh, but what happened? Well, I'm so sorry.
I realize it dawns on him.
The ingenuity.
Are you positioning the chairs? Is that what you're doing?
Well, might as well get rid of them then. I don't really care that much, to be honest with you. It's long gone. So, something happened over the corner. Over the corner over the house.
Pardon?
Of the corner of our house. Something happened.
Of
No,
the corner over Mar?
nah.
Mar.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, he's pointing at the end of the hallway.
Around the corner.
Yeah.
Renee starts getting out of his armor.
Okay. Say
Are
about
we doing this?
10, 20 minutes
Taking his
later,
shirt
armor
off.
has been taken off for those that have armor check penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just the armor. All right. not going all the way, huh? All right.
Fuck. Players.
Does one of the chairs look sturdy?
Yeah, all even the one that got put into the sludge still looks sturdy.
Okay, we'll put a chair into the sludge.
There's enough space to move it around and not on top of ourselves.
Okay.
Assume.
Okay, then Renee will step on this chair, then step back to the...
Okay, getting around the slick part. The DC of the non-slippery area is 7 for acrobatics.
My bonus is +6.
So only fail on 1.
Sorry, I lied. My bonus
Is that with the
4.
Is that with the chair?
Now he used the chair to hop down and hop back up. Now he's got to traverse this. Okay, so Renee is able to traverse the first leg of this. And you can see around the corner, there's a long hallway. I guess you don't have light, or you took the light pebble?
I think they're supposed to be following.
All right.
What are you looking at me for? I ain't fucking going over there.
The winching mechanism through the ceiling somehow pulled up out of the sludge a even thinner bridge.
That is just like...
It's about the same thickness, but it's just full of sludge. Like it's slippery. It pulled it up out of the water.
Grizak's gonna
There's
actually.
a shitty bridge over here. Everybody come. take a
Grizak's
look at
gonna
this
use
shit
the Grizak's gonna use the chairs as like musical chairs. So sorry, that doesn't make sense. So he's gonna stand on one, move one over,
Pass
and
the
other-
chair and just basically go through. Okay. The chairs have you have to acrobatics check DC 5 to get across with the chairs.
No balls.
I get what you're saying. It's pretty neat. The Grinthark helps you out. He thinks it's a neat idea. Yeah, man. It's super green. Super.
Okay, let's see how Grizak does, and he doesn't. Good.
All right, so
Plus
Grizak has gotten across with musical chairs. I guess with 5 chairs, you could have 4 people on the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this train of people.
We'll roll.
Yep.
Okay, we do it.
Grinthark does it. 0. Oh, that was 0?
Did it.
Okay.
Grinthark does it. Ziva does it.
Okay. So you guys are basically hopping with these chairs. The chairs are slowly being eaten away by the acid, but you are able to make it where Renee has gone. And now you've got this second leg.
Run out of time.
All right.
This is a little bit slippery because of the sludge.
Woohoo! Grizak makes it. Others.
Try.
Okay.
What is it? I don't know what the DC is.
The DC is 12.
Okay, I make no progress, but I don't critical fumble.
Okay, and you're not taking any damage from the sludge.
I make it.
And then you make it across. Grizak's able to make it across.
This is why we get naked.
Grinthark is able to get across.
Okay, Ziva can get, or Zira can get across. And Ziva doesn't make any progress.
DC 5 with the chairs.
Don't know why. Renee was like, I'll do this the hot way. Okay.
Yeah, Renee's like, I'll go across the several inches. You guys are basically hopping on chairs and passing them back and forth. And you may not be able to do this method on the way back. The chair legs are looking pretty damaged by that time.
Can anybody cast water here?
You're the druid. Isn't water a druid thing?
Yeah, I didn't prepare today.
Renee starts putting on his armor.
Okay.
Cause
That's funny. Okay, so you get some help.
Yep.
Let me get that strapped in. Get you all strapped in.
Merci. I think Zero will leave her armor off.
Ziva's just listening at the door. Just a plain heavy wooden door.
Give me 1 second. I want to see if my dogs have suddenly done something less than perfect.
Grizak, what are you doing?
Hmm.
I think it's safe, she says to Grizak.
Right on.
Oh, did you leave Sparky behind? Sparky's just in his pot over here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
couldn't carry him.
Yeah, man, I got you covered, man. So good, so good. He's gonna ready to action throw his knife at something.
All right. Let's see here. 1, 2. The next one.
you throw open the door. There's nothing. There's an empty hallway that bends to your left.
Fucking son of a. I'm excited for nothing. Guys coming? I don't see nothing here.
Yeah, Grinthark's sneaking up with you. The others are slowly coming behind.
Grizak will fire a flame over here. Just like...
Yep, looks clear.
Grithark laughs. Yeah, man, it was a boom.
you can use it to see what's happening over there.
And there's a suspiciously really long corridor that
Yeah, this, I can tell you, this is the strangest natural cave I've ever seen.
Oh man, there's a tunnel. This is underground, man.
That's what I said, natural cave.
What are we tunneling through here, man?
It's like what he hears you say is translated to something different, and what he thinks he's saying translates to something different.
Just the most horrendous dog fart smell that I am still shocked that there's not a pile of feces somewhere with the decisions that were created.
We're gonna have to mark our territory to make sure we've been through here.
He pushes his butt up against the wall.
Okay,
There we
a
go.
very long, very wide hallway. Similar to the ones you guys have been going through, but it's just really long.
That way we know we've been here.
He looks at the smudge in the wall.
Keep an eye out.
Moves along.
Did anybody else think this looks suspicious?
We're just gonna have Grizak back.
Okay,
Saying it's a long hallway.
give me a perception check about halfway.
I don't. Guys, slow the fuck down.
That's where they need a jump.
Grizak is stopping back here.
Like, I think you'd really slow down there, buddy. Guys.
24 from 0.
Okay, anyone else?
Guys, it doesn't look dangerous.
6 from Renee.
You'd have a stalagmite hitting you in the face or something.
14. Stalagmite.
The 24. There's a little glint off to the side in a crack from the magical light that is being held up.
There might be a trap in this hall. There's something there. Can you see it? I don't see anything.
Grizak catches up. Oh man, let me have a look at it. What's going on? Hey, there's somebody. He fishes out an old silver coin. He hands it. He hands it to Zero. Find it. Yeah, find it. Skippers.
Ping. Grizak is pinging.
Boom. Nope, no magic.
Do you have to have line of sight?
Are there any markings in the coin?
Oh yeah, the coin has a man's head on it, and in trade common it says, or common or whatever common is around here.
Old Baron Sarvo.
Good Baron Sarvo.
Good Baron Sarvo. Good Baron Sarvo.
It has a date
It
on
looks-
it that dates it probably 40 years ago.
It's 40 years old.
We'll say that the calendar begins with the reign of each coronal, because coronals are elves, and elves live a very
That's
long
good,
time.
That's a good.
And it's 40 years ago.
You,
the-
certain good Baron Servo, right? Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, I'm just making certain you say the thing I think you say. What?
Are you flirting
Oh,
my
man.
wife?
Good Baron. That's kind of strange, man. All the coinage has elven stuff on it. Doesn't have human stuff on it. That's weird.
Well, they were trying to overthrow the colonel.
Okay, so Grizak senses magic as you're going along and pinging.
Yeah.
You sense magic.
Where is it?
Stop.
You don't. It's
Where-
within the area, and it happens. Let me just do a couple of measurements here.
Yeah, if you pick up our tokens to measure, it becomes just. Oh, as a force over 5 feet ahead.
Okay, Grizak stops you about here.
Stop. There's something magical over here. Somewhere. Probably past some door.
Now, here's a question: do you have to have line of sight or not? Because if there's like a lead door between us and the item,
I don't
do
know
we
if
still
lead
doing
does
that?
the same thing anymore.
So this door
I didn't
has.
see lead anywhere.
This door is a
Reference in the book.
is an iron door with a small barred window. You can see into the window, and it reveals a solid iron door at the end of a simple and plain 10 by 10 by 10 room.
Some sort of.
Well, that shit looks more suspicious.
You get kind of the idea of like a counting room or something where you could pass things through, and very secure.
Some sort of chamber.
What kind of doors? What kind of doors?
There is a lock on this iron door. There's a lock, obviously, on the other one that you can see through.
Hey, didn't you find the metal twig somewhere?
Oh yeah, man,
rusty?
I got a little. Yeah, the lock is in really bad repair.
No, the metal twig, the one that fits into the metal.
He hands you the rusty key that he found.
Okay, we'll put it in the hole.
Okay, it roughly turns. At first, you thought it wasn't going to, but the locking mechanism does work, and the door opens.
Okay.
Let's
I
see
should
what
have brought some of that grease. I am a jackass.
I can cast grease. You want me to cast it on
You
you?
can cast grease, but you can't cast water.
Oh, yeah. We're going into a natural cave, aren't we? You're weird. Get your priorities straight. No wonder you're getting lost in the forest and I had to save you.
Okay.
That's not how it happened.
A strange bush appears. Like
Like a bush or like
No.
a
mouth.
sound
a mouth.
effect?
A mouth. En français,
bush.
right?
Oh, a bush.
A
Oh,
bush.
say it.
No,
Ah, say.
ferme de bush.
Ferme de bush.
a like a puffy-lipped, disembodied pair of lips sort of appears on the metal door that doesn't have the opening, and it says, "Please close the door before proceeding with the passphrase."
You might want to back up there, big guy. Good call.
Okay, we'll close the door.
Yeah, the bush appeared on this door.
Yep.
Does Grizak looks around.
Okay,
Is there anything funny about that door?
You close the door.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Grizak,
Hey, can I get up there?
Does it?
actually, Grizak just kind of slides through.
The
People kind of he's used to people making room for him.
Get out of my way.
all right. So are you?
People are so nice.
The door is now closed. Are you reopening it?
No, he's looking through the.
He's looking through the peepholes. Okay.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Six,
know what I would
6
do in a
seconds
place like
later,
this?
the floor just goes, and the revealed trap opens up. There's a 20-foot pit.
Ah,
Is there spikes or anything at the bottom?
Yep.
oh, that's weird. I would have dropped that boulder up there on it. But all right, that'll work too.
Okay, you can hear this
See the
mechanical
boulder?
kind of like. A few moments go by. There's still a clinking noise. You get the sense that the doors are slowly like resetting, like the trap door is slowly resetting on its own foreset.
Hey, do we got a rope?
And then 6
You're a
rounds.
druid, you're saying you do not have a rope?
God damn it! You ask me that all the time. How do you know I'm a druid?
6 rounds after it, a few moments after it opened up, it clinks back into place, and you can hear like kind of like a bolting mechanism, kind of, in the door, and the ground shudders. The magic mouth had disappeared by that point in time.
Grizek does not need any of that. He does not have.
All I'm saying is, you don't have to fall. If you got a rope, you can just tie it to these holes here in the door and hold on.
Oh man, that room's not good, man. That's a lot of place to fall. It's gonna be bad, man.
Is there a way that we can disable the thing from opening?
I'm not sure, man. Like I gotta have a better look.
Yes. Well, do we know the word?
Well, so Renee leaves the door open.
Okay, so yeah, you open the door again.
He walks up to the mouth.
Okay, the mouth reappears. And it says the exact same phrase again.
Okay, Renee will step
Please
back.
close the door before proceeding with the passphrase.
Hey, leave the door open. See what happens.
Stay here.
What's that?
Renee will move back and let Grintark take a spot so he can see.
Okay. You're not closing the door, or you're closing the door?
We're not going to close the door and wait 6 seconds and see what. A round is 6 seconds still, or did that change?
I think it's still 6 seconds.
Okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait 30 seconds, and then we'll close the door.
Okay. Nothing happens. Like you expected the ground to open, like the trap door to open up again. Nothing happens. Are you closing the door now?
Okay, close the door.
Okay. About 10 seconds later, the trap opens up again. And then it starts slowly resetting over the course of 5 or 6 rounds.
Well, this kind of makes sense. The trap is triggered by this door opening and closing. Just make it always think that the door is open.
Hey man, maybe we can screw with the open trap there. Maybe it doesn't open. Of course, we could just keep the door open.
But how do we open the other door without closing the door? Is there something that would make it not work?
All I'm
I'm
saying
not sure,
is,
man. I need time to go look at the other door, but that's kind of dangerous in there.
When it gets open, we can you can go in there and
all I'm saying
take a
is,
peek, no touch.
tie a rope around your waist and pull the rope through the door and you don't fall. Hey, need a little phrase anyways? Because I wasn't here last game.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Broken.
Or the door said phrase.
Probably the bird knew it. Or it might be on the bronze plaque.
You mean the little druid?
Right, I mean the little druid, or maybe the bronze thingy.
Hmm. What if you try to undo the other door?
Is there a lock on the other door or not?
There is a lock on the other door.
All right.
Wonder what
why-
happens if we exercise the dent rules?
What are you going to try to break?
Beating on the door.
Oh man, I could
Break the other door.
remove the other trap door, man. But
Why don't you try to undo the other lock? See if you can get through.
might be hard, man, to make it stuck.
Yeah, I got. You want something stuck? Just tell me about it, eh? But I got.
I'm gonna have to get proper tools. If the sisters let me, like, you know, it might come in handy, you know, like if I have proper
I
little
think
tools.
you
You're
can do
starting
it.
to make a
Faith.
good point about the tools because, but no stealing.
Of course not. He looks all around except at you, and if I looks at you and smiles.
Yeah, but if he needs it, it ain't stealing.
Yeah, man,
Kind of world?
No, that's not how stealing works.
What kind of world do you live in? Strangers.
Mark is working, so we don't know. He's dodging lava at the minute.
Make them reflex save, boys.
Rene will take a rope and tie it around his waist.
Well, who lived here? Says Ziva.
The witch
Huh.
or the king.
Hey, what does that coin say? Maybe the coin's a clue to what you're supposed to say.
Maybe the magic is not that smart. All right.
You know that the Canticleer symbol were rulers before your character's aunt, the two sisters' aunt, took over. She came as a caretaker because this area basically revolted.
Right. So, but this would likely be more from the revolt than from the Canticleers. Or this is where they were because all the people are humans.
Yep.
So maybe this is where they were torturing the revolters.
Oh, you found a holy symbol of Cord in one of the cells.
Cord might be revolting. At some level, he's chaotic good. The elves are normally chaotic good, but tyranny of elves. This is where what are the gods? Not Krenoban's god, but the other one, the crazy psychos. Taste the freedom.
So are you thinking this is from the time before our aunt or before the Baron? This place is old, I think. You're a dwarf. How old is it? This is Ziva.
What? This cave, you mean? Survival check? Oh.
Grithark's laughing. Oh man, you're so funny. I like it. I can keep this dwarf. It's really good. Down, man.
Survival? I don't know.
Sure, survival, Grizak. Survival.
Can you survive?
18.
You know it's not a cave. It's a tunnel.
No. He knows what he's saying. It just sounds different to him. He Grizak thinks he's saying like dungeon or
it has enough grime in this place that you're certain that this cave was constructed not on the order of decades, but in the last couple of 100 years.
It's been a few 100 years, I'd say.
He licks the wall.
Yep.
Oh, he's so gross. Says Ziva.
It makes you hardy.
Just looking at him once makes me want to take a bath.
Yeah, Greg rubs his belly. Yep.
Oh,
Everybody wants to get it.
Renee's gonna pull out his rope.
She's walking away. She thrusts the light stone into Zira's hand. You take it.
I can't handle the Grizak. Not many can. Take it after Papa Grizak.
And you realize that she's an elf man and you're a dwarf, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way.
Does it even work that way?
I thought you was a goblin or something weird like that.
Oh, a goblin is a sorceress, man. She's really cute. It's like, it's a goblin, not a goblin. Oh, you're cool, man.
Right.
You know, I know a goblin. He's really nice. His name's
I know, Sparky's half dwarf, half elf.
Yeah, I know a goblin farmer. He says really good things. He could probably smash down this door if we're talking about smashing.
Why don't you try on doing the door knob?
I'll just do him later. He doesn't live too far away.
All right, Grintark, are you doing this or am I doing this?
I don't know, man. What do you want to do? I gotta go look at the key, but the thing might open while I'm standing there.
So Renee is looping a rope around Grintark.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
finally! Finally, you're using vines like I told you to.
You're not gonna let me go, are you?
No, and I don't think that you can hold me, so,
Okay, he takes the key out of the door that is closed. It's one of those locks where you don't have to, like...
You don't have to keep the key.
Yeah. Okay, he
Well-
takes the key. He's like, oh man, this lock is kind of wooden.
Sure. Well,
Now, do we have to feed the rope? Like, when the door closes, does it make a perfect line at this edge, like a shear, or does it?
There's holes. There's like a place you can
There's
put
bars.
There's bars.
So
you can put. The
If
ropes
you
through
fed the
hole.
rope through the bars, you'd be able to at least
Yeah,
dangle them.
we feed the rope through the bars so that we can pull on it even with the doors closed.
Oh man, do I take the key with me? Does the key work on that one too, man? Does it not too
I
sure?
would say
What's the
read.
password? I'm guessing the password is going to be old Savro, good Baron Sarvo.
Try that. It's on the coin. The coin was halfway down the way. That's probably why I think it's a clue. Cause
All right, man. Am I trying
That's
the
what
password? Or am I
Grizak
trying the
would do.
key?
because Krizak don't remember much.
It asks for password, but you can look for a key before we close that
There's,
door.
there's a
you
key
can
hole
look
over
for a
there,
key.
man. But I gotta get close to see if this key fits.
Krizak quickly goes back.
There's somebody behind us.
Siva's like, what? She comes running back over.
She's oh wait, I know you.
This guy has a very short-term memory.
You're an
Sorry.
idiot, and you smell. Feel
Sorry.
bad, is what she says.
Feel bad.
I haven't had many friends in a long time. It's hard to
Yeah, you might
remember
have
your
one less,
faces.
man. If this doesn't go super blue, then it might be a big stain going on.
Don't worry, this is the good rope.
Hey, he's poking you with the key. Get back there and help him hold the rope, man.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Hold it really tight.
Krizak holds the rope in his teeth.
It's like, "Arrgh."
he gets right behind you, Renee. Oh, he stinks. It's kind of bumping into you.
Zera's going to help with the door.
Yeah, you help with the door. He scurries across the lip. The magic mouth thing says
How
its
deep
phrase
down are
again.
How deep down are the?
The pit was 20 feet down with spikes
Okay.
at the bottom.
Okay,
So at minimum, we're going to smash him against the wall.
5 feet. No, I should be all right.
5 foot
And
drop.
it says, please close the door before proceeding with the passphrase. Again. He's like, no, don't close the door, man. Let me have a look here. Hey, the key fits. Oh, it's a little crusty. All right, man, it works. He's pushing the door. The light spills into the next chamber.
Good thing solving all your problems.
What the?
Oh, close the door.
All right,
What is
second
that?
one.
It's got tubes coming out of its eyeballs. That does not look pleasant. It's got, it has an enormous god piece, ridiculous even.
Okay, you do see that there is a large iron lever that is, or Grinthar said, the lever, man, is right beside it. That thing's moving closer. There's a lever beside the door. That's where I drew the little. And there's this large metallic clockwork thing. It has this big, basically like a metal spike in its hands. On a long pole, and it is scuttling towards all of you. I think.
Initiative.
It is saying, "Please present the crest for passage."
Show him the fucking coin. Show him the coin, goddammit.
Hey, that's pretty smart there. Hey, show him the coin. I have the coin.
Okay, so it's scuttled forward. You all have a move. We'll just say you have a move before we. I like that kind of just moving before things are happening.
Okay.
Please
Renee
present the crest for passage.
Renee will move across.
Okay.
Zera will move across.
Ziva lingers at the
Yeah,
far
Krizak can
side.
make it across.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Just don't open your mouth in my direction.
Understand? Kissing me ain't gonna be easy.
She looks like she's gonna retch.
Save that.
Okay, who's got the coin?
Zera has the coin.
What are you doing with it?
Currently, it's in a pocket.
Okay.
it's not out because
it scuttles a little bit closer. You're pretty sure it's got reach with its big spear-like thing.
Okay.
Please present the crest for passage.
She pulls out the coin.
Okay. It just sort of leans on its spear, and then it shudders. It like shuts down.
Is the spear attached to it?
Nope.
Hey, Grizak,
Yeah, what up?
is there any magic?
Everything moving across here.
You're a metalsmith, so we'll say this thing is the equivalent of. Give me a second. Oh, wrong book. I have to take weird creatures.
Yeah, the four-armed, three-legged, tube-eyed, spotlight-holding robot thing is definitely counting as weird.
We'll say that the weapon that it's in its hands, you can give me a lore weaponsmithing or a train check with your proficiency in martial weapons.
Okay.
Like an attack, effectively an attack roll.
I attack the spear with my mind. 25.
It's equivalent of a glaive. It's deadly 1d8 forceful reach weapon. It's a regular quality. But it's basically holding onto it in two of its hands, and the other two arms don't seem to be as beefy, like they might be used for manipulating.
Does it look like it's holding it tightly?
Nope, but it definitely, when you showed it like the coin, it kind of puttered down.
All right.
Oh man, this lever might. Hey, I want to come across the Siva runs across. Yo! Runs into the corner.
Renee's going to step up to the
Grinthar pulls lever. You can hear something mechanical move underneath the trap, but
either that lever makes the trap fall down.
It doesn't
or
open.
It keeps it from falling down.
Yeah, it doesn't open. Yeah, man, I think down is good. Up is bad.
All right.
Grinthar kind of taps at it with his foot, but doesn't put his full weight on it to test it.
Grizak, he's gonna walk over here.
Renee's
Actually,
oh, sorry.
sorry, you asked for a ping, and I think this door is magical because it has weird lips on it.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna ignore it and see for magic. Ping.
Okay. You might have to read the spell. I think it's you and your companions, or is it magic that you know? Give me a second. This is important.
And it might be, you might have to identify to know.
You can choose to ignore magic you're fully aware of, such as you and your allies' magic items and ongoing spells.
So he's fully aware of the magic mouth.
Sure.
Okay, detecting magic. You can cast detect magic while moving at half your travel speed. You have no chance of accidentally overlooking a magical aura at a travel under 300 feet per minute. But the party could move into a magical aura before you detect it if you're moving blah. You can always travel slower to cover an area more thoroughly, unlike... Detecting magic is not a fatiguing tactic.
Okay. So you're aware of the magical mouth spell. You can get rid of it. You are detecting no magic.
Cool. So you move at half speed and say we detect magic is like auto find. Or auto notice.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Well, I can keep doing this and move forward if y'all just slow down a bit.
This thing is not radiating magic.
That thing is probably just sitting there weird, dirty.
Touch the thing.
This thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you touched it.
It's made out of metal. It shudders awake. It repeats the same phrase it was saying.
Zero steps forward and points at the coin at it.
Please present the crest for package. You stick the coin in his face. He looks at the coin and then shudders back down again.
It might get mad if we take its slave.
Just stop messing with
We're gonna untie Grinthark from the rope and pull the rope, like,
Yep.
get the rope and stow it.
Yeah, man, that's not a bad plan here. This is going pretty good.
Grizzlex detecting magic.
Bang! He's going bang! Bang!
Nope.
Bang! Alright, there's another door.
Grizzlex looks around.
Hey, where'd everybody go? Oh. Come on. Each way, guys.
Concentrating on a spell